This was the crash from Lucas Hour, and it is pretty heavy.
Just drops the right rears there at the exit of turn one. Just gets into the grass, and as you said,
the left front of the car, and this again is at the middle of the bus stop, harvesting of electric power for some of their braking. Yeah, lost it immediately he turned in. The back end was gone, and that's the big disadvantage of having wind blowing behind you. It was coming into the west hairpin, west horseshoe, and he got a little bit sideways. He was sliding. I don't think he got hit, but it caused all kinds of consternation at the far end of the infield section. Looks like may have been a tap by the 33, by the TDS racing car, and then a few moments ago, big lock-up for the NTE Lamborghini. It was the usual kerfuffle. The leaders had got it was the 60 car that started all that. That was a hip check.
Oh, the Orlando-backed LMP3 rammed into the back of Scott Dixon when Scott Dixon's trying to slow down to avoid the spinning John Ferrano, and then whack, it's the 13.
It's got David Brulett behind the wheel of it, and he just went off at the kink. And well, TDS Racing number 11, oh, that is the P2 leader. He's been into the wall before the chicane at Le Mans, and
so, you know, before that yellow flag came through, we had Acura looking very strong. Now they've got some work to catch up. Oh, spin, well spotted, Jeremy. That's the number 18.
Through the Le Mans chicane is where it started. It was already, I wonder if that's coming from the exhaust area, and they've got some debris under there.
Anders Fjordbach is now being helped out of the car. Oh, that's not a nice...
Down the inside of turn one, staying on the white line. Corvette moves across and just tapped him in the wall. Left-hand side of the car, scraping the exact bit of concrete that Lucas was pitched into when he went off the track.
As the TDS car, TDS car had contact trying to make a move on the 04 CrowdStrike car, tried to slip up the inside. There was no room there at all.
The Porsche number 7 coming through. He touched the inside wall. Touched the inside wall at turn one with the left rear of the car. Let's find out. Yes, it was. Got a tiny little bit wide. It was left front and then rear into the multiple stacks there. He was just off the racing line by maybe half a car's. It was indeed the 33 car. Right at the beginning, and that's big damage to the left front of that car. And he's shed some more bodywork. Well, he was close to the AWA car.
Age of Canes in LMP3, Anthony Mantella.
I'm just wondering if the Inception car got a little bit of help from the Iron Dames Lamborghini there. He's really been struggling for grip, and he was very, very unlucky because the P3 in front of him, and this again is side-by-side action on the far side of the circuit. It's the Andretti racing car that's involved there
that's
as well.
The battle for the lead in LMP3.
Exactly right. Now, where did that debris come from in the first place? Oh, right. Squeezed down the inside from NASA there. Got some damaged bodywork, being absolutely fragmented on the back straight.
To complete lap 87, that's our 5th different leader in this race. Whoops.
Another prototype pulling across the front.
Yeah, of the leader in LMP3.
Which, yeah, that was the LMP3 prototype pulling across the front of the AO car.
Yeah.
What happened to that car? The number 35 got tipped into a spin by the number 6 Porsche of Nick Tandy down at turn 10. 35 minutes past 7. So 25 minutes before 8 actually would have been the best way. Is that will have to be put back into position. The 35 is driving back to the pit lane for TDS, which I find absolutely extraordinary. An hyper pole for the hyper car. Oh, big thump from Heart of Racing number 27. And problems for the number 8 car. It's been in the wall during that interview, and we have a full course yellow.
Oops, here he
coming
goes.
out of turn 3, clipping the coming out of turn 1, excuse me, clipping the dirt, and that will have speared him across the track to the left-hand side. Now, how's that happened behind the safety car? Was that a bit of weaving? Oh,
what was it?
He's been run into. He's been absolutely nailed by a P3 car, getting a wave by. Had they just run into the back of someone in the restart, it's popped off on its own, almost, and then comes down on the track.
In the opening race of the season for that Magnus Racing car, came away with a
spin for the right car. I think there was a little touch that's going to hit the wall.
Ouch.
Oh, almost avoided that. Was it not? No, it's on the right-hand side. That's fine. Meantime, the remaining TDS car has decided to change the aerodynamic profile on the front of the car. In the Acura ARX 06, the number 60 car has lost a wheel and tyre. He was due in...
No, he wasn't. It was 10 laps only since he made a stop.
On, by the way, for Pietro Fittipaldi. And he just lost it himself through turn 1. That's a big impact for Pietro. On the bump at turn 1, about half a car's width away from that apex. Oh, and the tyre. It was the tyre that was bouncing in the middle of the road, the tyre and the wheel. How unlucky can you get? It's another off-track moment at turn 1 that then has turned into an off-track moment, I think, at turn 3. Yes, it's exactly what happened. Here comes the battle for the lead, and the lead is held up. Here's the opportunity, and there's a touch, there's another touch. And that is going to be off the circuit. A huge incident, and he's driven straight into the Porsche, and the other Porsche's gone over the top. Both Porsches are out. Both Porsches are out. Oh, it was the slightest of touch on Albuquerque.
Yeah, and they're all dicing amongst themselves, aren't they? I mean, you know, I don't think you can really pin the blame.
In terms of pace, Jeremy, how are we looking for the GTDs? And already a problem in turn 5 and coming together. That might bring out a red flag. And there's another car in the wall. Now, does that mean there's something on the track? That's the EO Porsche. Wheel and tyre is very badly pushed in on the Porsche. Ashton clipped too much of the curb on the inside and might even have clipped the inside wall. Also for the Volt Racing car and the WeatherTech car, but then PJ was just going way too quick. He's actually moved the concrete barriers there. He was never getting round the corner on the trajectory that he came in. Come together and then head for the hills as they hit the huge incident earlier on, and the Cadillac's in the wall down in turn 1. Also the number 60 Acura with the brake-by-wire system only happening on the back wheels over the bump, completely loses it, and that is extraordinary for the 01 car. With the number 72, that's the
78.
78. No, actually it wasn't. It was Brendan Arebe getting hit from behind by the Turner BMW, the Macintosh car, and that's going to be a penalty for that machine. And then everyone else had nowhere to go. It's all thereabouts. It'll be white flag next time around. Down the inside into turn 1, another audacious manoeuvre, but oh no, I don't believe it. Ricky Taylor's put it in the wall at turn 1.
Just too optimistic he was there at turn 1, but what a shame after that brilliant move he did just a few laps ago.
Jarrett comes through turn 10, pushes to the outside of the track, then the Porsche. Oh, it's a tip from the Porsche, the number 6 car, as it was going through on driver's right. In fact, it was the number 7 car, my apologies, the pole sitting car of Matt Campbell. One or other of those teams. Now, he almost clipped the team member as he came in. It was the left rear wing Coming out of the final corner, in that traffic, got on the wrong side, turned around. It's the CrowdStrike car again involved there. That's a couple of times they've been involved in incidents at turn number 11. Mike Rockefeller just off the back of those lead cars. Oh, off for a Porsche and into the wall, into an unguarded part of the wall at Rainey. It's the number 7, Philip Nasser. I think IMSA must have given a wave by and big off
3 car,
for the Junior 3 car.
Ari Baylog. Ouch.
That is the number 30. And that was just aquaplanage. Water under the wheel. Oh, this is going to be a big one because there's another car doing exactly the same. It's going to hit it broadside. And it's Ben Keating who comes in and hits the other car. And now we get the red flag. And that was 2 accidents in and he's the 3rd one. And this is the 17 car that's going to hit Ben Keating now. And there is another Bent Racing car. Down into the first corner, he's already got a decent run, and it's a turnaround. It's one of the BMWs. It's the second of the BMWs. Connor De Filippi has been turned around. I think there was a little. No, there was just a wiggle from Farfus. I don't think he was touched by the number 60 Acura. He was close. Very cold tyres. Oh, huge suspension damage on the front end. That is as Shea said, that is the Konica Minolta car. Now, I think the tyre might have come off that car without it hitting the wall, because the tyre was all ready to get all the parts they think they need. And then it will take him. Oh, the touch! That was the Pipo Derani car. This has turned the final corner.
As did the 78 Laura Spinelli fuel and tires for both of those Lamborghinis.
Very bizarre incident, and poor Stephen Thomas not involved at all. And Nick is a respectful 2 seconds behind Matt Campbell in the number 7 car. Off for the 42 NTT. Down the inside. Oh, that's a low percentage lunge, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
In the battle for 3rd position. I think it was the BMW number 1. No, it's not. It's the 92 Porsche. Excuse me. He came and misjudged the exit of turn 10. It was actually off. The tyre had actually, or the nut had fallen off somewhere, I think round about turn 1. Pro machine. Turner Motorsport machine. And that was because it was helped off. So it was the 2 Lamborghinis, I think, that got together.
No.
Oh, mistake then by what was the 8th place machine. Dark red. Through comes Pipo Derani. Oh, there's an off. It's the Turner BMW, the Macintosh car. The good news is that out of the 96 car, now was there another vehicle involved? Oh my God, it's been over. My goodness me. So the car had actually been on its roof. It's the WeatherTech Mercedes who's side by side coming through, and there was the touch coming through turn 8 into turn 9. There's literally no runoff on the side of the road. Now, how did this all come about? It was the leader going through that they have had big incidents this year, and that's a brake failure. That is a brake failure or a stuck throttle. He dodges to the right and the left, and then he goes through. Oh, he just got tipped and put onto the grass by Connor De Filippi, and head on. When that incident happened, he was sitting in, ready to go there. Oh, and yeah, he did go through, but of course he's GTD Pro. That was just a mistake, braking point by a considerable margin, and went straight to the rear of the Aston Martin. Own accord, Brendan, and I think there was a touch.
Well,
there might have been whether he just spun it up on his own. Yes. Oh, no. He might have had a little bit of help battling with him. The onboard might tell us that I think there was a push there. It looked like there might have been a very light turn number 8, and the Duquesne LMP3 got help. There was help there from the number 30 Ligier.
And do we have a, here we go, a replay of, whoa, yikes.
Oh, it's just an understeer down at the kink. Talking to the drivers right through this weekend. In that is Philippe Albuquerque, who's dropped a couple of positions on the restart. Down towards turn 5, and Eng moving over on Mike Rockenfeller. Rocky is getting his elbows out, but it looks like he may have just looped it from the outside curb. Yeah, he was already sliding coming through the apex. Almost got it back. That's exactly what it's meant to do, and this is another high-speed incident. That's exactly what happened to Guido van der Garde coming out of turn 13, the exit of the carousel. Now we've got a full course caution already. Pits are closed. Oh, it's the Kelly Moss Racing number 92 car. The AMG safety crew already on the scene, and David, that's a big hit on driver's right. He's lost the car and in it went. And do the lights go out again? Yes, they do. Exactly the same as we saw at turn 1. And this time with far more significant consequences. So the engine cuts out, and at that point, Misha Goikberg round the outside for Sebastian Bourdais. Can he get his braking right in the gold-fronted machine? The pole sitter goes long, and Matt Campbell has seeded the front row, and there's a spin behind him.
Good luck for the rest of the race, Paul.
Looks like he's going to take advantage. Then he gets nudged around by one of the BMWs. I think that was Philip.
Here's a look at the replay of turn 1. Well, sort of. What happens here? We switched around. There's some little bit of.
And a problem for the number 96 BMW getting on the grass whilst battling that Turner Motorsport car. This is down at one of the action areas we've been talking about, coming through turn 12 into 13, and has just lost it on the exit. I've just seen Sheena Monk in the pit lane. That was incident responsibility. Hard to see whether that was on the ground. No, there was a touch earlier actually with 18. That pushed the high-class racing car. The Kelly Moss Porsche, the red and white version of the Kelly Moss Porsche from those cars. Hello to Pepper Piggy, who says, I think we've got car football. Now, is that a bit of zigging when he should have been zagging? Oh, he just got his foot on the throttle, the back end spun up, left Michelin tyre marks, literally. We're still green at the moment, and again that's a spin up of the rear tyres for that machine, and that's both ends of the car. Well, if it wasn't damaged in that first off. Now there was a driver change at Paul Miller Racing. Oh, and there was a collision between the AF Corsa Ferrari coming into its pit and the Inception McLaren going out, trying to fix it. All right, let's see if we can pick the bones out of what happened here. Oh, was it a tap from
the 20 car,
high-class car onto the 70?
I think it was
Inception.
It was one
McLaren.
of the GTD cars for sure.
And they then came back across the road. In fact, they got blocked by. Who was that? Was that number 20 again? Yes, it was. Yeah. It's the number 20 high-class racing car. It confused what was going on. Yeah. Oh, and they ran through it. So the 31 ran through it and then realised it had to stop, and the BMW was driving through it.
Let's have a look at
contacts with the 88. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. It's the Emmanuel Collard car. So what happened at the top of the hill? He was recently out of the pits, takes the curb. Oh, big slapper. Got a big swapper on.
Dug up all this dirt and destroyed the front of the car. Really unfortunate, actually. Really unfortunate.
Yeah. On his outlap, he was going slowly, but maybe not slowly enough. Oh, he got a touch. He just got a touch from the Ferrari. And was he on his own, or did he make a mistake? Got through. Ooh, now there was an Aston Martin that he was trying to go by there, and I wonder if he just closed the door on him a little bit. The Aston, he's coming up to turn 5 behind traffic, and the back end again gets him a huge air across the curb, and he's actually cleared some of the gravel and the baled tyres. And we'll go through some of your questions at the end. The
Looks a bit
incident
crowded.
that's got
Ooh, that was a bit
the
unlucky.
penalty for the Forte Lamborghini. Pit stops. Now, what happened with Andy Lally? Unusual for him to make a mistake. He was right by the Risi Competizione Ferrari.
Yeah, a second or more a lap
Has
now
he
all of a
just-
sudden. Has he burned the tyres off?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I tell you what, there was contact there on the wall.
Yeah.
Which way will he go this time? He goes to the outside, the left-hand side. They're side by side. This is the battle for the championship, and they're on the grass.
And
And
he's
off
pushed
goes
it
the
off.
number 10, and that's it. The championship is over at this point. Fire for the right Porsche in the back of that car.
Second
That's it.
place.
It's over. It's over. The cars are blazed. Will finish under yellow unless he can get off the track. No,
Yellow.
the yellow's come out. Coming out of turn 10B, there was side by side between the two Porsches, the Lamborghini, and at least one other car. Was there another touch on the Porsche, or was it just that side by side? It looks like it is the right-hand side that has gone on that car, and then it burst into flames. The right Porsche